What is a rental license? I don't know what that is. Great. That's today's video. Let's dive in. Hey everybody, I'm Clayton Morris. I'm the founder of Morris Invest. We're a turnkey real estate company, and I've rehabbed hundreds and hundreds of homes over my journey in real estate investing in all cities across the country, many different cities. And there's one thing that I will say about different cities is that all municipalities and townships have different rules, have different permits, have different things that you have to worry about. For instance, I am in New Jersey, where when you are working on a rehab house and you're about to flip that house or you're about to hold it for buy and hold investing, you need to get a certificate of occupancy. Or you could get a temporary C of O, certificate of occupancy, while you're rehabbing the house, and that's good for about 3 months, and then an inspector comes out to see that you're actually working on the house. All these regulations, all these different permits. But one thing people forget to do is they forget to account for some of these little hidden fees sometimes, and one of those is what we call a rental license. Now, a rental license will not pop up in every city across the country. In fact, it's fairly rare. But it does happen. And more cities are getting on the bandwagon of trying to make some extra money on, I look at it like a fishing license, right? Or one of these other licenses that the city wants to make some extra money. How can we make some extra money? I know. We'll charge landlords $50 or $100 or more just to certify them as a landlord. That sounds like a good government program. We'll make some money off of them. That's exactly what it is. Don't make no mistake about it. That's exactly what this is all about. So, certain cities that I buy a lot of rental properties in and do a lot of my business is like Indianapolis, for instance. There are no rental license regulations. They do not charge you $50 to do a rental license. In other cities across the country, they do. So in Michigan, for instance, you have to, on my properties, we'll get our rental license agreement back, and our property management company will take care of that. So you own a rental property, you're about to turn it into a rental property, you need to get certified with the city. They send out an inspector. Sometimes they'll send out an inspector quarterly. Sometimes they will send out an inspector twice a year to sign off on the fact that, yes, your property is not leaking, there's not leaks underneath the sink, that it's in good shape, and that yes, it can be certified as a rental property. And then you're gonna pay $50 every year to have that certification renewed. Now, some cities are pretty onerous about it, and they will come out and check and make sure that you've got it certified. Some other cities, they'll say that they will do that, and then they never bother you. And so there are cities and people that go by without actually having these rental licenses and approvals, and yet they're supposed to, and yet none of these regulators ever check. So I'm telling you, though, that other cities are starting to do it. Minneapolis, Minnesota, for instance, I know of an investor there on a larger commercial building that if you have a vacant building, you're still having to pay a fee, and it can be up to $7,000 a year just for a vacant property in a city like Minnesota, a large vacant property. They don't want it sitting there vacant, right? They want it either to be used, fixed up, or they don't want blight on the neighborhood, which I can totally understand. But this is a hidden expense that you should account for. So anytime you're starting to work on a new property or pick up a new rental property, you want to ask the property management company, hey, just out of curiosity, do I need to get a rental license agreement with the city? And they may say, what are you even talking about? Or they may say, absolutely, it costs $50 and we'll help you get that set up and taken care of. Great. That's the benefit of having a great property management company. So there you go. What is a rental property license? Well, it's a way for the city to make money, but it's something you need to take care of. And you get kind of like a little bit of a free inspection from the city. They come out and make sure your property's doing okay. Not a bad trade-off. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, let me know in the comments thread below. You can also subscribe to the channel just by hitting that little subscribe bubble over there. And also, we've got some great playlists and videos here on the channel. I'd love for you to check them out. We publish videos multiple times a week, everyone. We want you to go out there and take action and become a real estate investor. We'll see you next time, everyone.